First year. Good start.
Yeah.
No, you start. It's how you carry on that counts.
I can work as well as anybody.
Well, you'll have to. You would if you were my brother, never mind being hers.
Yeah, I've told him all that, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I own the place, you hear it from me. Right, you work hard, you keep your trap shut. Any complaints, you know where the door is. Excuse me.
Ryan would be a hard worker. He's not even taking a break.
Neither am I. I thought you were putting him where he was needed.
I am putting him where he's needed.
You can stop that now, love. Tease up.
Don't want any thanks.
You got to. You're entitled.
I'm all right.
Come on. Baldwin will work you into an early grave if you let him.
Look, if he doesn't want a cup of tea, then he needn't have one.
You can die of thirst if he likes. We're not bothered. I just fancied getting low down on that Sykes family.
Oh, did you now? Yeah, just general stuff. What Linda was like as a child.
Was she bow-eyed-faced, or did she learn it at baby clinic?
Do you know, it's a pity neither of you have got anything better to talk about.
No, we haven't.
Well, then let me tell you everything you need to know. He's only a kid. This is his first day at work. And his brother was shot dead a few months ago.
Yeah, we know all that.
Right. So lay off him.
She's always like that when some bloke dumps her.
You don't have to gulp it down. We've got an hour.
I always eat fast.
I remember.
Do you?
Yeah, it's not that long since I lived with you.
She is.
I know. It's just because you're younger it seems such a long time.
It's the last 3 months that have seemed the longest.
You'll get over it, you know, Ryan.
What makes you think I want to?
He was my brother too.
When did you last see him?
The day he died.
Yeah. Well, I used to see our Dean every day. And I still would have.
If he hadn't gone shopping with a gun in his hand.
He didn't mean it. He wasn't like that.
No. But he was daft. He was led on.
He didn't deserve what happened to him.
No one deserves what they get. But there's nothing we can do about it. Your dinner's getting cold.
What do you think to the job so far, then?
It's all right.
Dog's body, I hear.
No, he's not.
Look, there's no shame in starting at the bottom, because that way there's only one way to go, and that's up.
Take no notice of her, Ryan. I don't.
Can I have Friday off?
Attending the inquest won't make you feel any better. You've already heard what happened.
Still have to go, though. It's only right.
Mike'll let you go easy enough. The girls moan about him, but he's all right when it counts.
Will you come with us?
I'm already going. Like you say, it's only right.
Yeah. Show him Dean wants some nobody can just do away with.
No matter who he was, he's dead. Do you think anyone cares but us? Mike, come home. Where did you get to? Oh, hi, love.
Hi.
I bumped into Adam and we came back here.
That's called skiving.
It's called talking things over with your son.
Oh, what's he been talking to you about, Adam?
Oh.
Thought you looked bored.
What do you mean he loves it? He knows all the rules, all the terms.
Best thing about golf is getting off the course and into the bar afterwards.
Oh, she's got no understanding, has she? Tell you what, I'll take you round my course one of these days.
Well, take him round, but Mike, don't make him wear them check trousers.
Linda, leave the men's stuff to the men, will you?
Is that a hint for me to get in the kitchen and start cooking a big dinner?
Uh-huh, but put your pinny on first.
I've got a better idea.
Oh, she always has.
Why don't we go out for something?
Would you like that?
Yeah, me and Mum used to go out to restaurants all the time because she didn't want to cook.
Well, I like Chinese. What about you?
Indian.
Good. There's an Italian round the corner. We'll go there.
Oh, she's bossy, isn't she?
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Come on then.
Mike, Adam's obviously had a great time.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I enjoyed it too. What more could anyone want?
What's going on?
Nothing, we're just dropping Adam home.
Yeah, Mike took me to his flat. Oh, it's brilliant. It's got widescreen TV, big hi-fi.
You were getting bored in the shop, weren't you, son?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he could have found something to do.
Adam, you must be starving. Your dinner's nearly ready.
We've already taken him for a pizza.
Yeah, I had deep pan pepperoni.
And a side salad in case you're worried about greens.
And double chocolate fudge cake.
Told you that place were good.
Yeah. Can we go sometime?
I don't see why not.
Anyway, Mike, we should be getting off.
Yeah, remember what I told you and come and see me anytime you like. I could always take time off.
Why don't you see Mike and Linda out?
Okay. Thanks again.
What are fathers for? See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Adam.
Bye-bye, love.
You're not talking to some cocky barra boy. Yeah, I know. Oh, am I glad to see you. Oh, cranky supplies, tetchy customers, a terrible day.
Thanks for asking.
Eh? Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot.
So he knows then, does he?
Yes, I know, and I'm very sorry for what it's worth.
You're sorry?
Leave it, Jimmy.
Yes, I am. Very sorry. But no one can bring you back now, can they?
You all right, Ryan?
It was a woman. It was a woman who shot him.
I'm not surprised it were a woman. I mean, look at the women folk in this family, yeah?
There aren't any. They all got out where they could. I wonder why.
Isn't it time that you and your meal ticket were getting home, eh?
You ready, then?
We're going to stop here for a bit.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'll lock up.
Right.
At least he's got decent whiskey.
Leave it, Jimmy. He's my husband. And let's not forget, he gave Ryan a job.
Oh, that's funny. I thought that was you gave him the job.
Same thing.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And we're all eternally grateful, aren't we, Ryan?
It's finished. There's nothing anyone can do now. We just have to get on with our lives. But we'll never forget, Dean. You know that, don't you?
Fine, I just need a bit more time, that's all.
Come on now, my love. We've not toasted your victory properly yet.
Come on, then. Let's go and drink some more of that champagne.
Good lass!
You sure?
Ryan, no.
We're her, weren't it?
Yeah.
She killed Dean and now she's swigging champagne like she's some sort of local hero.
Forget it. She's not worth it.
My brother's dead. He was just a kid. He was just a kid and she shot him.
Let it go.
Let it go? No way. We've had no justice to date and she's laughing. Well, she won't be laughing for long. So what do you want?
Listen, Ryan, there's something I should have told you before. When we were at the inquest...
Oh, if you're going to tell me that cow who shot Dean lives over the road from the factory, I already know. I'm not blind.
And you don't mind?
I don't care.
Are you sure?
What? Do you want me to buy her a box of chocolates? Can't we talk about something else?
Yeah, of course we can.
What are you doing? I just called to say... Oh, nothing, Norman, nothing. I'm just missing you. Give it here. Are you sure you won't come back for a night? Yeah, I'm positive, thanks. Oh, suit yourself. But you know where I am if you're at a loose end. Cheers, Charlie. See ya. See ya.
How long will you be at your solicitor's?
Oh, I don't know. You better write me off for the morning. You can handle things here, can't you?
Of course I can. You just concentrate on this hearing.
You've got to be joking. I've been thinking of nothing else.
Good luck.
Thanks. Oh, hi, Fred.
Hi, Linda.
Hiya, Fred.
Michael, you look like a man who's going somewhere.
Yes, I am.
Just move my car in to have its belt and braces checked. I need to get to Crawley Street, the Butchers Guild.
Yeah, hop in.
Thanks.
All right.
Yep. Hang on, Mike. Have you got a minute?
Not really. Why?
Well, are you two still on for 11:30?
Why? What's happening?
Well, the brewery rep's coming round to go through some new brands. I told you a week ago.
Oh, yeah, that. No, I can't make it.
What?
Well, I'm sorry, I've got to go to the solicitor.
Well, never mind the solicitors. We've got a business to run, and the emphasis is on we.
Well, I'm sorry, it's about Adam. I can't make it.
Fear not, Douglas. I'll not let you down.
Mind your toes.
I've been looking for you. What for? Someone chucked a brick through my window last night. I expect that's a hazard of the job, isn't it? Not really. Who knows where I live who'd want to start breaking me windows, except for you, that is. Well, I'm sorry, Sherlock, but you're wrong. It wasn't me. Well, I didn't expect you to admit it. Look, if I took it into my head to do something about you, you wouldn't have to start playing detective. Once they'd let you out of hospital, that is. I'd carve my initials into you so you'd know. I hope you're not threatening me. No. I'm telling you. If I wanted to do out about you, I'd have done it by now. And it wouldn't be a window break. Yeah.
All right, then. Did you want a drink?
No, I don't. I want a word with you. Over here.
What's up?
Someone put Emma Watts' window through last night.
Oh, yeah? You sure you don't want that drink? It sounds worth celebrating to me.
She collared me earlier on, because she couldn't think of anyone else round here who'd hold a grudge against her. But then she doesn't know that Dean's brother's working across the road from her now, does she?
You saying I did it?
No, I'm not. I'm asking you. Did you?
And if I did?
Then you're more stupid than I took you for. She's a copper, Ryan. We've had enough trouble.
I didn't.
Why don't I believe you?
I mean, I know he's only doing a mate a favour, but there's limits, isn't there? I can't settle around his place knowing Deirdre's likely to pop up any minute like a jack-in-the-box in goggles. You know she's got them goggles on, don't you, Dev? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You worried about this custody hearing? I know I would be if there was a chance I was going to become a teenager's stepmom overnight.
No, I'm happy for Mike if it's what he wants. Give him a family, finally.
But do you not want one of your own? I mean, deep down.
A baby? No, not yet. There's too much I want to do. Kids are like rusty brakes, Gina. They stop you going places and they squeal about it every foot of the way. I'm quite happy being a stepmom for the time being.
As I said, I've got a strong case for Adam coming to live with us. It's worth a drink to celebrate, eh? Gina, 2 of our usuals, please, love.
Right, love.
I just hope Adam wants to live with us.
Of course he will. You two are getting on fine.
You think so?
Yeah, anyone can see it.
Including Barlow, I hope. I think I'll go round there later. You know, say hello to Adam, reassure him.
Don't start any fights while you're there.
Best behaviour, I promise. Listen, will you get these? It was a long drive.
Glad to see you playing the dutiful wife.
Just giving Mike the support he deserves.
Oh, well, makes a change. After Mark.
Where's got the coaster?
Are we having another one?
Why not? We're having a party, aren't we?
It's in the drawer by the sink.
Great.
Oh, that's going to do a lot of good, Mike. You breathing booze all over Judge.
I need something to steady me nerves.
It'll be fine. You heard what your solicitor said. You're in a very strong position. You just keep your cool and leave it to her. You pay her enough.
Yeah, I know, but it's when Barlow gets all sanctimonious, it really winds me up. The thought of him bringing up my son... Whew.
Well, he's not gonna, is he? Listen, Mike, even if things go really badly today, this is just the start of the process. Adam's your flesh and blood, and he's back in your life. No one can take that away.
Yeah. Well, let's hope you're right.
Here, Mike. Take the smell of booze away.
They seem a little disorganised this morning, but we should be in soon.
Well, look at the state of him. Court welfare officer. Would you think he'd wear a decent suit?
Mr. Baldwin, I'm sure your interview with him didn't go as badly as you think.
Probably worse. Ruddy's social workers, they're a breed apart.
Now, calm down, Mike, and you behave yourself. Do you hear me?
Hey, Barlow, how's it going? Where's Deirdre? Let you down again?
I won't be a minute.
Look at this. She's a piece of poison if I ever seen it.
It's a terrible thing for a child to lose his mother in these circumstances. He's going to need a lot of help to get over it.
Mike and I understand that, which is why we're particularly worried about his schooling.
I know your husband's keen on educating him privately, but throwing money at the problem's hardly a solution.
Personally, I'm dead against private education. On principle, of course. But Adam is having a very bad time at Weatherfield School.
You think he's being bullied?
Oh, I'm sure of it. Yeah. He denies it, of course, and puts a brave face on it. 'Cause lads like to tough it out, don't they?
Have you spoken to the school about this?
Well, we're trying. But it's not easy, considering Adam isn't even with us. Mike's priority would be to find somewhere very similar to Adam's old school, so he feels at home. I personally went to a very rough school. And I know how tough it can be if you're a sensitive kid that just wants to learn.
You seem to have thought about this a good deal, Mrs. Baldwin.
I think they're just about ready for us now.
Before you go in, can I just ask you both, for Adam's sake, is there no way we can come to an agreement?
I'm a reasonable man. Anyone will tell you that. But Adam's my son. He belongs with me.
What can I say? You've heard the so-called voice of reason.
Ken. Hope I'm not late.
Ah, Mrs. Barlow, your husband said you were ill. You wouldn't be able to make it.
Yeah, well, I felt better, so I thought I'd... It's Mrs. Rashid, by the way, not Mrs. Barlow.
We used to be married, got divorced, and we're back together again. Well, sort of. I thought I'd explained.
You probably did. Modern families can be complicated.
Well, thanks very much. I assumed you weren't coming. Now what's he gonna think?
Right.
Do you ever say thanks?
Sometimes, if I feel like it.
You know, Fred is really beginning to annoy me.
I thought you said you were going to have a word.
Running a pub is a serious business. It's hard work. He seems to regard it as some kind of hobby. Yeah, steady on, son. You make yourself sick.
Yeah, well then, that's my funeral, isn't it?
So he hasn't... And what do you think you're doing?
The recent death of my daughter Susan was extremely tragic for us all. And I suppose the main reason that I'm here today is to ensure that Adam is cared for in a loving and stable environment and given a proper chance to recover from the death of his mother.
And you think that that is unlikely to happen if he's placed with his father?
I've known Mike Baldwin for many years, and I was not happy when my daughter married him. He made her life extremely miserable. In fact, it was she herself who decided, when Adam was born, that she wanted her son to have nothing to do with him.
She must have been a very desperate woman to take such a decision.
Oh, I think she was. I mean, he just wouldn't let her be what she wanted to be. He wanted to control her. He thought he could run her life like he runs his business. So the only thing that I can do now is to try to save Adam from a similar fate.
Is it true, Mr. Barlow, that your daughter also kept Adam's existence a secret from you as well as from his own father?
Yes.
Why was that, do you think?
She wanted to be absolutely certain that Mike Baldwin wouldn't find out.
And she couldn't trust her own father to keep such a secret?
Well, no, it wasn't like that exactly.
Then what was it? Would it be fair to say that you and your daughter were somewhat estranged?
Well, we live in different towns.
Glasgow isn't that far away, Mr. Barlow. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand that until a few weeks ago, you hadn't seen your daughter in over 12 years. Perhaps she was protecting her son from you.
That's absurd.
Perhaps she was just extremely paranoid. So your acquaintance with your grandson, Mr. Barlow, is of no more depth or duration than Mr. Baldwin's.
I've spent a lot of time with Adam over the last few weeks.
During which time you've tried to deny Mr. Baldwin access.
No, but,
You're such a liar, Barlow.
Let me be quite clear about this, Mr. Barlow. You think your daughter was justified in deceiving her husband and indeed continuing to deceive him for many years?
Some deceptions are justified. She did it for Adam.
Oh, come on.
Mr. Baldwin, we've already heard from you.
He bullied and intimidated her into submission, and he'd do the same to the boy. She left him because she had no choice.
Oh, come on. She robbed me of my son.
Miss Smith, if you cannot restrain your client...
Yeah, and what did you do when you found out? You hounded her relentlessly. She had to run from you all over again. She was so desperate to escape to protect Adam that she crashed a car. I mean, what's he going to do to a boy growing up with a man who's responsible for killing his mother?
Tempers are clearly becoming frayed. I think an adjournment would be in order, so that you can both speak to your clients.
All right.
What, is that it? He accuses me of heaven knows what, and I don't get the chance to reply.
Mr. Baldwin, let's just leave it, shall we?
I thought this was a court of law.
Come on, Mike.
It's a flaming fiasco, if you ask me.
Ken, just stay away from him, please.
What's going off?
I thought you weren't going to do this.
Well, what do you expect? I'm not responsible for Susan's death. I wasn't anywhere near her. He's twisting the facts again, trying to use them against me.
I strongly suggest, Mr. Baldwin, that you get a hold of yourself. Until your little outburst, I thought we'd made a very good impression.
Well, the law may be on my side, but I mean, he's not. Just look at him. Social worker, school teachers, are all the same. Sanctimonious hypocrites, if you ask me.
Listen to him.
No, Ken.
Yeah, well, face facts, Baldwin. He might be your son, but you're not fit to bring him up.
What sort of home are you going to give him, eh? Stable? Deirdre's already left you. You're going to tell the judge that? Or lie through your teeth like your dear daughter?
Oh, yeah, and what's going to happen to the boy if he lives with you? Hmm? You and your new wife, you're going to provide him with a family home? And does that include her having an affair with him as soon as he's old enough? Because that's what she's up to with Mark, wasn't it? You've got Adam lined up for her, too. I suppose she is nearer to his age than yours.
Nice one, Barlow.
What are you doing? How did you get in here?
I had a key.
You're Linda Baldwin's brother, aren't you?
I'm Dean Sykes, his brother and all. Remember him?
Look, I didn't want to shoot your brother.
Oh, yeah! It was an accident! Gun just went off in your hand!
What are you going to do? Shoot me with a spanner?
Send you on courses, do they? That'll keep you cool.
I think you've been drinking and you're going to regret this later.
Yeah. But not as much as you. What are you doing here, eh? You're supposed to be at school.
I want to be here. I want to know what's going on. It was about me, why can't I?
Lad's got a point.
I don't understand. Why do you hate each other so much?
Well, we don't hate each other, really. We just disagree about a lot of things. You see, the truth is, Adam, we're both very different people with a different outlook on life.
Well, that's something we can agree on.
Mr. Baldwin said I should say what I want. But when I talked to him, I got mixed up. Maybe I said the wrong things.
Oh, Adam, Whatever you said, it wouldn't have been the wrong thing. And no one's going to be angry with you if you just say what you feel.
Are you sure?
Certainly not.
Now, there's two things that we agree about.
Why don't you come with me? We'll get you a nice drink, and then we can have another chat, eh? You can tell me a bit more what you're worried about.
I don't know. If you ask me, you and your heads banging together, the pair of you.
I wouldn't disagree with that.
Don't you think you've had enough?
I can handle it.
What's your name?
Ryan. Ryan's same as Dean.
Well, Ryan, made a bit of a mess of this, haven't you? Mind, I never did like it. Maybe get my husband to buy a new one now.
Yeah, maybe.
Why don't you sit down with your drink? We can talk about this.
You think we're all daft, don't you? A few nice words and we'll all just crawl back under our rock.
No, I don't think that.
You murdered my brother, and you got away with it. I was at the inquest, and I saw you after. At that pub, drinking champagne.
It wasn't my idea, Ryan.
I don't believe you!
Ryan, Dean would have shot us if we hadn't shot him.
No way. Not our Dean. He probably never even had a gun. You're all bent, you lot, when it suits you. You planted it on him after.
No, we didn't. You can ask anyone that was hostage that night. You can ask your sister's husband.
I won't trust him as far as I can spit.
Dean had a gun, you know he did. Plenty of people saw it.
Saw what? Some little toy thing that wasn't going to hurt a fly. Where would a lad like our Dean get a gun?
Oh, come on, Ryan. There's pubs you can go to. The gun he had was real enough. He used it. And he was going to use it again. You were at the inquest, Ryan. You heard the evidence.
He still didn't deserve to die.
No one deserves to die, Ryan. But sometimes things just... they get a bit messed up, don't they? You didn't think anyone would be in, did you? That's why you broke in.
Frescoes. When Barlow and I was cooped up in that storeroom.
But why would you tell something like that to him? You must have realised he's the last person you can trust.
Yeah, it's true, but I never thought I was going to get out there alive. I never thought I'd ever see you again.
Oh, Mike.
And I wanted you to know that if I didn't, you were... well, you were forgiven.
I meant to say, thanks for coming.
Adam and I have had a good talk. I think we've cleared a few things up. Right, so you're going to go and wait with your uncle? Oh, Jimmy got in trouble a few times. Never our Dean. Got 2 GCSEs, our Dean. We thought he was brilliant.
Do you do a lot of stuff together, you and him?
Sometimes. You know, watch telly and that. Went out for a drink now and again. Hey!
Don't even try it! Ryan! Come here, Ryan! Get over there! On the table!
You liar! You lying scum!
Me in the corridor. Or rather, didn't look at me. And that scruffy social worker, I bet he's on Barlow's side.
I don't think it meant out the way he looked at you.
I reckon that he's told him he wants to live with Barlow. That's why he couldn't meet my eyes.
You jump into conclusions, Mike. I think this whole thing's made him very nervous. He's just a kid.
Come sit down. Baldwin's money. That's the deciding factor, you know.
You're well able to provide for the boy, Ken. I don't think that's an issue at all.
Yeah, well, I just wish I could stand up and say grandly, yes, whatever he needs, I'll provide it.
Well, you're forgetting about Susan's will. And there is the flat in Scotland.
Well, I never thought I'd envy Baldwin his money, but today I do.
All rise.
I'll fight for him all the way, you know.
He's a boy with another business deal.
You had to have a go, didn't you? You're like every pig I've ever met! Full of it!
I was trying to help you out.
Oh, yeah? Like you helped out Dean? Well, where's your gun now, eh? Hey, you want to call your mates up, don't you? Go on, give them a ring. Get them to come and put a bullet in me and all.
Ryan, listen to me.
No! You listen! Kids go into supermarkets and sometimes they rob stuff. We've all done it. It's no big deal. Security got in them places. They're all dozy old farts. They're not gonna run after you. Our kid wouldn't hurt a fly. If you just let him come out, it would have been all right. It would have been all right. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Do ya?
Yeah, I understand you.
How do you go to sleep at night? How do you shut your eyes and not see him? Every time I close my eyes, I see him, and I wasn't even there.
Ryan, maybe you need
Don't
to
talk to me. I don't want to hear your excuses. What are you going to say, eh? Nah, I only did my job. What kind of a job is that? Hey, what do you do for a job then, pal? Oh, I'm a copper. I shoot kids.
Come on, Ryan, I didn't do it because I wanted to.
Didn't you?
No. You think I don't see him when I shut my eyes at night? Oh, I see him all right, but not some fantasy version of what happened, because I was really there. And I'll tell you what I see, Ryan. I see him pointing his gun. He'd already shot at my colleague. I didn't know he was going to shoot at next. I had 1 second to make up my mind, Ryan. 1 second. And I still wish I hadn't had to do what I did. I still wish there'd been another way, but there wasn't.
In my capacity as court welfare officer, I've met with both parties several times. There is obviously a good deal of bitterness surrounding the death of Susan Barlow. In these current circumstances, a compromise between the two parties seems unlikely.
Too right.
I understand, Mr. Bowden, that Adam has in fact turned up at court today, of his own volition.
Yes, Your Honour. And I did take the opportunity to speak to him. He is very anxious that his voice should be heard.
Well, are you saying that he feels he's not being listened to by his family?
When I first spoke to Adam, he was a very scared and confused boy. He's no longer quite as confused, but he is still fearful. Especially of hurting the feelings of those who've been trying to help him.
And does Adam have a preference in terms of who he would like to live with?
Yes, he does now. He would clearly prefer to live with his father, Mr. Baldwin.
Make her go away.
Ow. She knows her mum. She's not going to give up.
Emma?
I don't know how to thank you enough. I don't, honestly.
You're checking the post, Mr. Baldwin. That'll do nicely.
No problem. Look, I'm sorry I lost it a bit
You
there.
don't have to explain.
Come here, darling.
Oh, no. Oh, I don't believe it. This is all your fault, isn't it, eh? Do you realise what you've done, you stupid...
Peter, behave yourself.
Oh, yeah? You're smiling now, aren't you?
Look, I know you must be upset.
What are you going to do now, eh? Go home and play happy families, are we? What are you doing, lining your next one up, are you?
You're sick in the head, you.
I suggest someone gets this guy out of here.
Come on, Peter, you'll have to help him.
Get off.
I know how you must feel.
I doubt it.
Right, then, I'll be round to pick up Adam later. All right?
Oh, Ken. I am so sorry.
She's gone.
Have you thought about how you're going to get out of here?
I couldn't care less.
Think about it.
What's it to you?
I think if you were going to batter me, you'd have done it by now.
Yeah, well, don't bank on it.
Well, even if you do, you still got to get out of here. That's when your problems will really start, because they'll come looking for you, Ryan. Have you thought about where you're going to hide?
Just shut up, will you?
I'm just trying to make you think, Ryan. Look for a way out of this mess, because that's what Dean couldn't do. Everything just got out of hand. He didn't know when to give up. You're young, Ryan. And tomorrow you'll not be tanked up with booze full of Dutch courage. You'll be in a police cell looking at going to prison for a very long time. Is that what you want?
Well, you might not be feeling so good yourself.
Maybe not. But is this really the only way we can sort this?
Sort what? You're gonna nick me anyway as soon as I put this down.
Why don't you just go, Ryan?
Emma, what's going on?
Come on, tell us again. What did you say?
We just chatted about what was best for Adam.
You know, you are fantastic. But then I knew that. I never thought I'd have cause to be grateful to some woolly-jumpered social worker.
Well, your solicitor said whatever Adam wanted was always going to carry weight with the judge.
I didn't want to think too much about that, though. The thought of being rejected by your own son.
Well, he didn't, did he?
No, he didn't. He chose me. You know, when Barlow said that about Mark, I could have killed him. There and then.
Yeah, he's got a nasty gob on him for a so-called educated bloke, and as for that son of his...
Oh, yeah. Right, well, I want to put all this behind us.
Yeah, me and all. Mike, if I could wipe the slate clean, I would.
Consider it wiped. Gonna be a few changes around here, you know, living with a 12-year-old. I hope you're ready for 'em.
We'll cope.
Well, it took me long enough, but I finally got what I wanted. A family of my own, a son I can bring up my way. So I'm going to propose a toast to the Baldwins. All three of us.
To all three of us. Easy time.
What do you expect? She's police.
Ryan, you broke in. You threatened her. You scared her half to death.
Just tell me what she said.
I'm not going through it word for word. But we toed and froed, we argued the toss. She's no pushover.
I know.
Here's the deal. You stay away from her. You don't go near her house, you don't go near her. And she won't press charges.
You're kidding.
No, that's what she said.
And you believed her?
Well, if she was lying, you'd already be nicked.
Good. You finding having your sister as a boss, then? She's driven you mad yet?
She's okay. I'll be back in a minute.
Right. He's a man of few words.
So?
Well, nothing. Just makes a change round here, that's all.
Yeah, I suppose it does.
So are you getting on with young Adam? Any problems?
No, not now I've got a grip of his accent. It's plain sailing.
Must be a bit awkward, though, being a stepmom. You know, having someone else's kid round all the time.
Adam's not awkward. Now, Ryan and Jimmy, they were awkward. Kids are doddy.
Gina! The drinks!
All right.
How was school then?
No, it was boring.
It's meant to be.
Oh, but my old school wasn't. My old school was dead interesting.
Really? Well, I knew the Scottish system were different. I didn't think it was that different.
I'll finish this in my room.
Then come and eat this delicious, nutritious meal your stepmother's been preparing.
I only stick it in the microwave.
I could always send him somewhere else, you know.
Eton, Harrow.
Well, Weatherfield Comp's not the only school around here.
It's the nearest.
He's not used to mixing with riffraff.
Hey, most of the people I know went to Weatherfield Comp.
What about Oak Hill Grammar?
Don't know out about it.
You know, this is wonderful, isn't it?
What is?
Well, standing here talking to your wife about your son, discussing his education.
Does it really make you happy?
Oh, it's the best thing in the world.